What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here, and today we're looking at the US debt clock, and I'm going to show you some stats that will absolutely blow your mind. These are going to make the case for why you should be stacking physical gold and silver, so let's get into it. Buy your gold and silver online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold or silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new. Thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. Here we are at usdebtclock.org. I'm actually using the mobile app to film this on because I think it's a little bit easier to see, but there is some crazy stuff on here that I came across that has to do with inflation, and it just absolutely blew my mind. So right now we're looking at the U.S. national debt. We can see it is fairly high, over 32 trillion, almost $32.7 trillion now, which is an absurd number. But this number is going to continue to go up, and it's going to get even more insane as the years go on. In fact, if we look at their prediction for the year 2031, which is, by the way, not that far out, they're saying over $60 trillion of debt at that point in time. So we'll see if this actually happens, but we're going to see the debt almost double over the next 8 years, according to their prediction here, which is very, very scary. There's going to be a lot of currency creation, a lot more inflation between now and then if this does happen. But let's get to some of these crazy stats. So the first one I want you to look at is right in the middle, median new home now. This is the price for a new home in America, $426,000. If we back up to the year 2000, right below that, we can see $165,000. In just the last 23 years, we've gone from 165 to 426. Think about that. That is absolutely insane. People are not able to afford homes right now, especially with the high interest rates. Your monthly payment on 426, that's going to be pretty crazy. Not a lot of people could really afford that right now. If we look at the average new car on the bottom right, so right now we're looking at $51,000. Back in the year 2000, $22,000 was the price for an average new car. So massive jump up there as well. But one of the most important stats on this page right here is on the top right. Look at this. So the median income right now, just under $36,000 a year. That's the median income for people living in America. And back in the year 2000, it was just under $32,000. So think about that. We've only gotten a $4,000 raise over the last 23 years, but the price of new homes has, over doubled, almost tripled. The price of new cars, has gone up 2.5 times. It is pretty ridiculous, but there are some other stats on here that are even crazier. If we look at college tuition now, we can see $26,000. Back it up to the year 2000, $10,000. So that's gone up 2.5 times. Look at healthcare right in the middle. Used to be $5,000 a year. Now we're looking at $14,000 a year for healthcare. Again, the price of everything is going up, but we're not getting raises. That's the problem. Everyone is getting poorer. Let's pop over to the inflation index. So this is going to go back in time a little bit more than just the year 2000, but some of these numbers are even crazier. So for a Ford F-100 truck in 1967, which, by the way, this is the year that my father was born, it only cost $2,224. Now over $20,000 would be the price, inflation adjusted. So it's 10 times more expensive in my father's lifetime. Now the rest of these numbers are going to go all the way back to 1913 because that is when the Federal Reserve was actually started. So we're going to go back 110 years for the rest of these items. But anyway, gasoline was just 12 cents a gallon in the year 1913. How crazy is that? Now we're looking at $3.83. That's the average. Obviously, some places it's even more expensive than that. But gas prices have gone up about 32x in just the last 110 years. Coal has had a similar gain. It was $3.51 a ton back in 1913. Now it's $115 a ton, about a 33x gain for coal. Oil has had a very big gain. Look at this. It was under $1 per barrel, 95 cents. How crazy is that? CPI adjusted, they're saying $27, but still, now it's $84 a barrel, which is an 88x gain in price. So now that we've seen some of those crazy numbers, what's the bottom line here? What does this all mean? Well, what this means is that over long periods of time, we see the dollar continue to get weaker and weaker. We are seeing inflation. Things are costing more and more dollars because they're expanding the currency supply. So there's more dollars in existence and the same number of things, right? Obviously, more things get manufactured every year, but it's costing more dollars to buy those things year after year. And inflation did get pretty bad over the last few years. It seems to be coming down slightly, but the bottom line is the Fed wants inflation. They have an inflation goal. The government wants inflation. They want the cost of things to continue to go up, and they don't want your income to continue to go up. So we're all going to be extremely poor if we hold our wealth in dollars, but you don't have to do that. You can get outside of that system. Store your wealth in physical gold and physical silver because the government cannot print more metals. They can print more dollars and they will print more dollars. They cannot print more metals. There's a finite amount of silver and gold on this earth. So if you purchase physical gold and physical silver, you will be able to retain your wealth over long periods of time. Back in 1913, you could get almost a 1 ounce piece of gold for just $20. Literally, it was exchangeable, a $20 bill and a $20 gold piece. It was almost a full ounce of gold for just $20. Now it's worth almost $2,000. So think about that. If you had just retained your wealth in gold rather than dollars over the last 110 years, you would be absolutely crushing it. And for that reason, I'm choosing to store my wealth in physical precious metals. But what about you? Let me know down below in the comment section, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.